everyone. Earth angels, cycle breakers, empaths. This is Jill Kempner, angel coach, alchemist, and author of Receiving from Your Angels. And this is day 11. I'm really proud of myself. I have to admit, I had a lot of resistance to getting on today. And I don't fully understand it. And I feel like I don't have to. I think it's just a stretch, right? So my intention with these 30 days of going live was to break the bubble of perfectionism. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about that today, what it means for me and what I've learned from it. And maybe that's part of breaking the cycle, is talking about it. So healing perfectionism, needing to be perfectly polished, and the pressure that I put on myself to be that, right? To be perfect, to be polished, to make sense, so it's like I'm healing that fear, and then also simultaneously wanted to just share about my upcoming offering. So sort of it's a form of marketing through visibility, through vulnerability, and my ultimate deepest intention is to add value to your life by showing up as my soul, even when my parts feel tired, heavy, kind of a little bit irritable. So so yeah, and then like trying to make like I don't know, I'm just like I want to like try like what position am I going to be in? But one thing I learned is that I don't like to hold my phone. So I figured out a slightly different position. I'm actually sitting on my treatment table, and that is a beautiful drum that was for my 35th birthday, which I realized was 12 years ago, that one of my spiritual teacher sisters made. So today I was just, like showing up, and, I have quiet in my house right now. There's nobody here. So I thought this was a nice time to do it. So I was thinking about perfectionism and pressure. I was like, oh, well, my job as an alchemist, my job as an angel coach is to help people to alchemize their pain, to take the pain, the wound, the unprocessed lead, and turn it into medicine, turn it into peace, turn it into wisdom. And I'm like, well, I got to do that for myself. So, right. Like, and I walk the talk. So I was like, okay, like I just had all this resistance to getting live. And I'm like, well, I have done 11 days in a row or 10 days in a row. This is day 11. I think I have to go back and double check. Hope I didn't mess it up. But, and I was like, okay, what have I learned? Like, what have I learned from being like this perfectionism? And I think for me, what showed up was being perfect wasn't about being better than anybody else or showing somebody up, or it wasn't coming from egotisticalness. It wasn't coming from narcissism. It was coming from a deep wound of, if I don't get this right, something bad is going to happen. So I realized that perfectionism for me was more of a trauma response. I was responding to events and situations and experiences from this place of wanting to be all put together and be all, be perfect, polished. Because deep down, there was this fear that there was actually something wrong with me, wrong with life, just wrong. So if it was perfect, right? If I was polished, if I was on time, if I was, looked really great, like somehow that fear wouldn't come true. So really, it's like what's below the surface of that wound that you're healing, that you're looking at, right? What's below, and that's a lot of what I do with my clients, right? It's like, okay, you're feeling this feeling, right? But what's below that? So for me, it was this fear of making a mistake, because everything was like riding on me, the family, the life. And I've been talking about my story and, how I was parentified at a young age because my parents were distracted. And a lot of pressure was on me at a young age to just be the adult. And that wired my nervous system. I've got to keep this all together. If I don't keep it all together, everything's going to fall apart. Right. So yeah, I'm really glad we're talking about this because it's helping me. So I hope it helps you. But understand that like it may be different for you. Your story may be different, but the energy may be the same. So if you're struggling to heal perfectionism, understand what I know about it for me is that it's just a part of you. And it may be kind of a group of parts, but it's a part. Like it's like, okay, I have this part that wants to be perfect and show and be polished and be all put together. So I don't what? So I don't look crazy. So I don't look like a mess. So I don't like fall apart. I'm going to fall apart, right? It was this part that was afraid of falling apart because everything was riding on me. So yeah, I'm already talking about it. I feel better. And I was like, I could sit with my chat GPT and come up with all this like perfectly polished stuff to say. And I was like, let me just talk. Let me just talk because I do know what I'm talking about when I just let it flow. And that's what I'm trying. That's what this was about, was me trusting that I can get a download from the angels and share it with love and wisdom and maybe humor and authenticity and a little bit of sloppiness and messiness. It's okay. Like people relate to that, right? Because like we're human and this is how we're supposed to be. So I hope that resonates. And so what I've learned about perfectionism for me was that it's just a part. And my goal is to love that part. And sometimes, right, if I'm coming from my ego, like other parts of me don't love the perfectionist, right? Like, oh my gosh, she puts so much pressure on the inner world to like get it right and figure it out and get it done. And she's intense. So I have other parts that are like scared of that part, right? So when I'm looking at it like ego to ego, right, part to part, it's like heavy, right? And that's what's heavy and that's what's leaden. And as an alchemist, what I'm going to teach you how to do in the Angelic Alchemist membership and why it's a year-long membership is that I'm going to show you how to look at that wound, that fear, that pain, that pattern through the eyes of love. And you're going to have, so by the end, you're going to have this amazing spiritual toolbox. And I got such a download. It's coming. But there's this one piece that dropped in yesterday when I felt like I got such a soul download yesterday. I felt so good about that video, day 10. And I have already had 100. I have more views in that one, day 10, than I did of like the shorter ones that I thought, oh, people only watch short ones. Because there was something magnetic about yesterday. And today I tried to repeat it. I was like, I want to do exactly what I did yesterday because it was so good. What did I do that was so awesome? And the angels were like, just no, stop. Because that was my perfectionist part, right? Like, oh, yesterday was so good and magnetic and I have 106 views and da-da-da-da. And I was like, whoa. So perfectionism is just a part. There's probably some fear below that perfectionism that the angels can help you heal. And that when you apply the medicine of your angels' love, when you apply specific spiritual tools, teachings, and wisdom, not from us, we're not bypassing, right? We're going to do the energetic work that needs to be done. You're going to heal, right? And then it becomes this gem. Instead of this like heavy leaden perfectionist backpack, brick backpack that I'm carrying around, it's a gift. And that's what I feel the alchemists do. It's like we can see through the pain into the core of love, into the core of the gift, of the gem, of the beauty, of the wisdom. Even if the pain is this big, or if it's just this big. So the Angelic Alchemist membership is a year-long membership and it's very clean, it's very simple. Actually, my word for 2026 is simplicity. And this is something that the Angelic Alchemist membership is something that I have thought about, prayed about, knew it was coming, but just didn't know when, all the things. And it's like 2026, year one. I actually have a platform now that this program can land on, which I didn't have before. So like everything just like came together. And then of course I didn't have the title. I didn't know what the heck I was going to call it. I know I have something valuable to share, but I think it is important in how we, package it isn't the right word, but how we outline it. And so this whole series is me getting the words from my soul, from my heart, from my angels. So it's all part of the flow. So it's 12 90-minute workshops. There'll be once a month. I'm kind of calling it like a temple, right? We're going to enter the temple of the angels, the angel temple, where you're activated as the alchemist through archangel activations, divine teachings, and spiritual tools. I'm all about the tools, right? Because if you have a toolbox that you can call on when you're in that moment of stress, when you're in that moment of trauma, when you're in that moment of pain body, that's where the alchemy happens, right? It's not that we're never going to make a mistake or have fear or anxiety or stress. Oh my God, this is such a stressful week last week was a stressful week with my cat going to the hospital. And I was like, okay, there's just more lessons to learn here, right? Like, what did I not learn in February what did I not alchemize in February? Or what more do I have to learn that came back around in December? And looking at the whole situation through the eyes of love and having the tools to transform whatever's in my system that needs to clear, release, so I can be present, right? In the moment, which is always beautiful and always joyful. So it's 12 90-minute workshops. I keep wanting to say 1 hour, and I'm like, I know the angels eventually want me to simplify it, but right now I'm going to do 90 minutes because I have a couple little other special things, and I like to give myself space to get all the downloads. So right now it's 12 90-minute workshops. It's going to be $222 for the year for founding members. And the wait list is open. It opened on Monday, December 15th, and the link is there. So the link's on my website. I'll figure out, it's also on my Facebook page. So I'm Jill Kempner, but I'm also Angel Jill 444 in Instagram and on Facebook. So I have a personal page and a business page. You can friend me, like me, follow me, hang out with me on social media. I would love that. Get on my newsletter, jillkempnerhealing.com. At the bottom of every page, you can get on my newsletter. I do eventually need a website update, but it's okay for now. It's good enough. It's a little older, so I want to do some updates, but I'm happy with it enough. And yeah, I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful for you, everyone whose heart I'm here to touch, everyone whose heart I'm here to help heal. I see you. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for listening. And yeah, this was actually kind of fun, considering how much resistance I had before I got on there. So yeah, I'm nurturing, I'm using the tools to heal this part of me who's afraid to make a mistake. And that's why she wanted to show up perfect, right? Who actually has a trauma response. Perfectionism is a trauma response. And just being so gentle with myself and my parts and asking my angels, right, to send that part love, to love that part through it, to alchemize that fear into medicine, into a gem, into wisdom. So I hope that resonates. I'm kind of excited about tomorrow, when I'm going to talk about, which is good because I wasn't earlier. I think we'll keep it at that. Yeah, get on the wait list. See if the Angelic Alchemist membership is for you. I would so love for you to join us. And I'm going to keep talking about it. So, okay. Love you all. Bye. Thank you. Thank you.